Harry Maguire is a player that's come in for a lot of stick recently. Is that justified?
You have to look at it collectively. To be perfectly honest, that's what you do first and foremost. And everyone, if you concede a goal, it's 11 players concede a goal. As simple as that. The player you always maybe let off unless there's something dramatic is always the goalkeeper. You know, goalkeepers get you out of jail. David De Gea he's won Premier League Goalkeeper of the Month. I think that's right. How does he win that being a Manchester United goalkeeper? It doesn't make sense. You look at the shots against. Manchester United are in the top 6. You think, how does that happen? It's Manchester United. So there's so many issues going on at the moment defensively, and you can talk about partnerships, and you look at fullbacks in their positions, and they're not good collectively. They've mostly got, if you put them out there, they're maybe one of the most expensive back lines in the Premier League. But you don't have to go and spend millions and millions in a back line to make them good defenders. You either can defend or you can't. You sense danger or you can't. You know, if you're in trouble, you kick it out the park. You don't try and play. But at the moment in time, everyone's trying to play in this fashion, what everyone does from their 6-yard box. And if you can't do that, just say, virtually, just kick out and play. That's not my strength. If I'm at this football club, I was brought here because my strength was seen as being a very, very good defender. That's why Manchester United wanted me. But it's not happening.
Paul, there was a time when most players if they had the option to go to Old Trafford, they would be jumping at it. It feels like another issue is most players, I'll say not most players, that's a bit unfair, but there's a number of them within the dressing room who seem to be thinking the pastures are greener elsewhere.
Yeah, but I look at that and I think to myself, maybe in a way that's football in general, because one of the reasons why I went to Manchester United, I went 220 miles north, was because the club, the history. I knew, everyone knew everything about Manchester United. And when they knocked on my door, I had to go. I knew I had to go and try it. And if it didn't work out, I can say I've done it and it was there. And I don't regret trying it. It's just a shame it never worked out for me. That's my kind of way of thinking. But I look at it now when life isn't about history anymore. And I think people are just kind of going, it's another team. If you've got the right coach, it helps you a lot. And there isn't many people who would turn down at the moment, dare I say it, but I'm going to say it, Manchester City, because of Pep Guardiola. Pep Guardiola attracts players to go and play, because people want to go and have their name associated with them. They will go and try. History doesn't always come first today in football. Players now, a lot of them don't really want to go and test themselves that way. They'll look at a coach and go, that's the right coach to go and play for. But when it comes to clubs and their history, it's a hard choice.
It does feel as though Manchester United, they've sort of lost that fear factor that they had for so very, very long. They missed the chance to go into the top 4 then after that point against Southampton yesterday. How concerned are you, Paul, that they might not make the top 4?
I'm more concerned about the fact that they look like they're never going to win a league again at this moment in time. It's going to be maybe another 26 years before they win their first title. That's my biggest concern. When you talk about finishing in the top 4, that's not Manchester United. If it starts going that way, we'll end up maybe in a certain way celebrating on the pitch like Arsenal when they finish in the top 4. And there's a lot of United fans who were laughing maybe when Arsenal done that. Arsenal celebrated on the pitch, finishing in the top 4. But is it going to get to that stage at Manchester United, celebrate to finish in the top 4 just to play European football?
But if you don't make the top 4, Paul, sorry to interrupt, but if you don't make the top 4, does that impact your manager search?
The thing that it impacts more than anything is money, because clubs celebrate finishing the top 4 because of money. It's not seen as an achievement because of football sense. It's seen as like the fact of it gives you a lot of money. That's what clubs think about. Do the players think about it? Do the players suddenly go jump up and down because of that? Are they thinking about, it's a medal around my neck? No. They're thinking, their mind is, they're in the Champions League or UEFA, a UEFA competition, and it's money in certain ways. But for me, you go to a club like Manchester United, you go there because you want to achieve all the stuff that you're sitting in your back garden, playing in your back garden, I should say, with your friends, with your siblings, playing football, talking about, shouting about winning games of football, playing for the best teams. Not to, I'm playing this and I've qualified for the Champions League. It's not about that. It's about winning competitions. It's about getting medals, getting trophies.
Oh, Paul.
Cheers, Paul.
Yeah, thank you for being with us this morning. From a Manchester United perspective, it does not seem very positive at all.
The Sunday Sports Breakfast with Natalie Sawyer and Tony Cascarino. Sunday mornings from 6 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.